Hi, my name is Lorraine, and I'm going to be showing you how to do your own touch-up at home using whatever hair color you choose. I prefer to maybe use something from an online manufacturer, or perhaps reach out to your stylist. Maybe they'll be able to get you some professional hair color. But if you have to resort to box color, please know the results may vary. There's a lot of unknowns, such as if you're lifting color, what you're going to encounter, and if you're depositing color, are you going to get true warm browns or true tones, or are you going to get more of a muddy, grayish, dingy type of tone? So today I have a good 4 to 5 weeks of outgrowth. I'm choosing actually not to really color my hair today because I'm standing with all my fellow clients and people out there that are choosing to show their roots in solidarity with their stylists. And I'm actually quite pleased with how much natural color I have around my hairline. So I'm actually choosing at this time to embrace my natural beauty and to give my hair a break. So today, instead of using real hair color, I've mixed some thick, deep conditioner in my bowl. And I'm going to show you here what you need. You basically are going to need a bowl and a brush. And you want to use a nice brush. If you can't find something maybe at the beauty supply, you could even resort to a paintbrush from your art storage area or your children's art supplies. But I happen to have a really nice brush because I am a licensed professional. You will want to use a plastic bowl or a ceramic or glass bowl. Do not use a metal bowl. And I also have a set of gloves here. And if you don't have gloves, you can coat your fingers with something thick, perhaps put on some moisturizer. Definitely put something thick around your cuticle layer because you will get stained in your cuticle region and on your nails. Okay, so what we're going to do to start is I'm just really wanting to touch up what I can see. I'm not going to worry too much about the back part of my hair because my hair is long and I'm just going to wait for my stylist to do that. So I'm going to just start right down the center with a nice part line. And I'm actually going to look in the mirror for this instead of at the camera. So I'm going to divide my hair in half, straight down the middle. And if you want to go all the way down the back, you can, just to kind of keep things organized. Okay, I'm going to put on my gloves. For me, I would be using a high lift product. So it does have a lot of developer in it, a very high level of developer. So it will actually sting your skin if you don't wear gloves. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I really just want to control my first section. So I'm going to use my hand and really flatten out that hair. And the brush itself, you want to make sure that you're parallel to your section. You don't want to try and go in like this. That's just going to pick up hairs and drag it. So I'm just going to lay my product down, and I want to try and go one direction with my brush. You don't want to really try and go back and forth. That again will drag product through your color or drag hair through your color. Okay. So I've got the center done. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take very fine strips and I'm going to lay them slightly over my previously colored section, and just start from the back. Use the tail of your brush to kind of draw a line, get that hair nice and controlled, and just lay it down like that. It does help to do this on dry, unwashed hair, preferably a little on the dirtier side, in my opinion, because your hair kind of holds together a little bit better when it's not freshly washed, meaning all the little flyaway hairs that would normally be lifted and kind of flying away from freshly washed hair. When it's a little more dirty, you have better control. And I don't have any products in my hair since I've been out of work and staying at home, so I don't have to worry about going over any styling products or mousse. So I'm just going to kind of get a rhythm here. It might take you some practice. Feel free to practice with conditioner first. I'm actually using a conditioner, and I would do it a day or two before so that your conditioner is thoroughly washed out and not affecting the root area. And I'm trying not to overlap on high lift blondes especially. You want to make sure that you're not dragging the product. I'll do a little demo. That you're not dragging the product way down the hair shaft, because that's going to cause a little more breakdown of your hair's integrity, and it could potentially cause breakage. I'm just going to flip those ends over. And finish up this one last piece. And then kind of go around the hairline. Okay, so now my hair is all flipped over like that. So what do? We're just going to take our tail comb, and we're going to get back to the middle. So you want to flip it all back over. I have seen some tutorials where they start at the bottom, and on this side I'll show you how that looks. I prefer to start at the top. That's where I want most of my blonde and lift anyway, so I'm going to start where I want the best results. So on this side, we'll go the other direction. I'm going to take it and drop it and kind of hold this. I think you have less control this way, but we'll go ahead and do it this way just so you have both versions. Okay, and you do kind of have a little, you kind of get blinded right in there when you're trying to separate the hair, so it gets a little bit challenging, but still, it's not too bad. Now, if you have a significant other or family member in the house that could help you with the back, again, you could practice with conditioner first, a couple days before, and you could have them watch you do the front side, and then they just kind of go, you know, divide it down the center, and then do each half of the back the same as you would do the front. Okay, one thing that we talk about a lot in cosmetology is holidays. It's also known in the painting world is if you get an area that you missed, it's called a holiday. And so once you do your first initial layout, you kind of want to go back through the hair the opposite direction. So you can go through and see if you've missed any spots and if you have any holidays. So right in there, I do have quite a big chunk. I prefer this way, going from the top to the bottom. just so I can kind of lay the hair out of the way. And then I also have a good handle on it, good control. And working in the mirror is a little challenging at first because you're like, which direction am I supposed to be? So just really try and get your brush the same angle as your hair or section. So instead of going in at this direction, I want to make sure that my brush is parallel to my section and that I'm only going up with the grain of the hair, so to speak. We wouldn't want to be coming down this way. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to bring that section down. And you want to keep good oxygenation when you're coloring hair. I see a lot of videos of box color in particular where they put you under a cap and they smush it all down. In the real world of hairdressers, you want to create more oxygenation when you're processing hair. So you don't want it to be all smushed down. You want to keep the sections lifted, especially if you're doing a blonde like mine. If I were to smash it all against, the scalp and wrap it up and put it in a plastic bag, I most certainly will get some overlapping on my previously colored hair, which is then going to cause a lot of dryness, potentially even breakage. So I would prefer, if you're using box color and they tell you, definitely follow manufacturer directions. But in my opinion, you want to, if you're just doing the roots, keep it on the roots only. Don't work it through the rest of the hair and let it just process open air at room temperature, no heat, for the particular amount of time recommended by the manufacturer. If you have great coverage, I recommend an extra 10 minutes on top of whatever the box or instructions tell you. So if you have a 30-minute processing time, go ahead and leave it for 40 minutes. You might want to take into account how long you took to apply it. So if your first section right here, you started 10 minutes ago, and then you finish up, down here around the hairline, you can go ahead and take into account the 10 minutes that's already been on your most needed area, and then set the timer for the instructions. So if you want full gray coverage or high lift, you're going to add an extra 10, but then you take into account your application time, which is 10. So then you can just put the timer for 30 minutes or so. So you guys, be safe out there. If you have to color your own hair, feel free to reach out. blissful@nirvanasalon.com. I could walk you through. I could even do FaceTime tutorials. My next video, I will be showing you how to trim your own hair. So be safe, be well, wait for your hairdresser. But if you do have to color at home, I hope this helps. Thank you. You guys be safe.